Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Lego Therapy. Last time you will have seen a Lego Therapy could have been the live one me and Wadism did on my main channel. It's been quite a while since we've done a proper sit down and we built that. If you can see that, I don't think you can see that, but it's fine. Today we've got a bit of a change of pace. We've done a Star Wars build. I mean, the first one was a tuk-tuk, and then on the live stream we did an Iron Man helmet, and now we have a bonsai tree. I have a list of things that I've wanted to speak about on this. I've not done one for a while, so there's like quite a big backlog of topics that I have wanted to speak about. Some of my notes I can't even remember what I wanted to say. Alright, let's get started on the build. Okay, let's start with the first thing that I want to talk about. The whole Preston trip and the whole Preston vlog. That's like the first time I've ever done something like that on my YouTube channel. You guys seem to really like the vlog. It wasn't really a vlog in the end, it was more like just a compilation of the videos that we did. We could have separated them into loads of different videos, and some of the other guys did. I know Dan's working on the cocktail video, Wad uploaded the cooking video, but I just kind of wanted to have it as like this one big thing. But it was a really fun trip. It was just fun like meeting those guys in person. So we'll definitely do that again sometime, and I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog on that. I wrote down Preston, but I didn't really have that much to say about it. I don't know why I wrote that down on my topics. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Kanye West's album, Donda. If you know me or anything about me, you follow me on anything, you know I am he's like my favourite artist of all time, and that's why I want to talk about it, because Donda did not disappoint. I mean, I'm getting the album up now just to like go through each song. I'm not going to go into like depth, but like Jail, we finally got Kanye and Jay-Z back together. God Breathed, it's just like the dark instrumentals on that is sick. Off the Grid, I don't even need to say anything about Off the Grid. Like Carti's verse, Kanye's verse, Fivio's verse, Hurricane. I've been waiting for this song since Yandhi, and like the Yandhi version has like a special place in my heart with Kanye doing the but The Weeknd, man, like you can't complain about that at all. Praise God, Baby Keem's verse is incredible. I've seen people say stuff about Baby Keem's verse like it's not that good. Baby Keem's verse is incredible on it. Jonah, Vori, I liked Vori before this album from, I think it was the Rich the Kid did a song with him. This was just another level, and Dirk's verse on that as well. Oh, okay. Kanye somehow made Yachty sound good. Junior is just a banger. Believe What I Say is just a bop. 24 is just beautiful. Remote Control, the Thug verse is amazing. Moon is just beautiful. Cudi and Don Toliver just, the beat switch on Heaven and Hell. I've seen no one talk about that, and that was one of the best moments on the album for me. Not the beat switch, but when it just like comes. Donda, I mean, that's kind of like an interlude, but it's still kind of good. Like, it's still got good moments. Keep My Spirit Alive is just like bar after bar. Jesus Lord, I actually really like the beat on that, and Kanye's storytelling on that is fantastic as well. New Again, just a bop. Tell the Vision, I just see that as sort of like an interlude and a bit of like a homage to Pop Smoke. Lord I Need You is, I love Kanye getting personal on his songs, that's beautiful. Pure Souls, I mean, Roddy Rich did his thing on that song. Come to Life is probably one of the most beautiful songs I've heard in so long. That song is incredible. And then No Child Left Behind, I mean, I don't even need to say anything about that. So anybody who says the Certified Lover Boy, which is just the same Drake album we've had for the past 10 years, repeated, with the most like basic features doing just what they do on every song, and just the most basic beats that Drake does on every album. Anybody says that that's better, then you're wrong. Anyway, it's supposed to be a chill, nice video, these, so we'll get back to that. I've got loads of topics to talk about, to be honest, but before I talk about some of the funner things, I kind of want to talk a little bit about like what's gonna happen with my channel over the coming months, because I'm not gonna lie, it's about to get quite hard. Over the last couple of weeks, I decided to get a part-time job. So yeah, it's only like 16 hours a week, but that still takes up quite a bit of time. On top of that, I'm going back to uni next month, which is my 3rd year as well, so I'm gonna have loads of work with that. So those two combined is already a lot, plus YouTube, which takes like 40-50 plus hours a week if I'm on it. Like, yeah, so I've got loads going on, and like you've got to think on top of that I've also got to have like a social life, see my girlfriend, go to the gym. So yeah, the next few months are going to be very hectic, so I'm just going to say apologies in advance if content starts to like slow down a little bit. You get less TikToks in a day or in a week, videos become like longer gaps between each other. I'm just kind of saying it now just so like it's not a shock when it suddenly happens. That's kind of the main thing that I wanted to talk about in this video, just because I don't like keeping you guys out the loop, so I wanted to just make sure that you don't feel like confused when like I'm not like quitting or giving up or slowing down. Like, trust me, I would much rather be doing YouTube full time, but like with opportunities like the powder sponsorships and like the way my channel is growing, YouTube is facilitating me a lot, like financially and things, but it's like it's kind of not enough to like do things like save and go on loads of holidays and trips, and I don't want to be able to do all that. I mean, now it's a bit harder because I've got less time with a job, but it also means like when I come to the end of uni, I've got a bit more security and I'm not like dependent on YouTube and like trying to find a job straight away. So yeah, that's that. I don't want to delve too deep into it because like it is a bit more personal. But yeah, that's kind of that situation. On another note, like regarding kind of my channel again, I want to talk about just gaming and sort of like COD at the minute. Like, I know a lot of my content at the minute, or pretty much all my content at the minute, especially on the main channel, is just based around COD. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but COD's getting a little bit stale. Not as in like views wise or anything, just us playing it, we're just getting a little bit sick of Warzone rinse and repeat. Vanguard doesn't look promising this year, so this is like kind of like another sort of, not warning, I guess it is a warning, but like just to say like prepare for a bit more diversity on the channel. And to be honest, some of you might be happy about that. Like, some of you might be like, yes, finally, like, it's not just going to be like pure COD. Because a lot of you probably found me like last year when I did like loads of stuff. I did COD, GTA, Siege, any random little games that we could find. So some of you might be happy about that, but some of you are also probably there for COD, and I get that. It's just COD's getting a little bit, I don't know, we've just played the same game for so long, it's gonna get to a point where you're a little bit sick of it. So yeah, that's just another preface for the next couple months. I mean, gaming's looking sick. I'm trying to think now off the top of my head, but there's loads of games coming out. Like, gaming is looking fantastic over the next few months. It's kind of why like I hate the whole conversation. I hate like when people are like, oh, gaming's dying. Like, it's just not. Like, it really annoys me. There's like, I always see TikToks where it's like gaming's just not the same anymore and it's just like boring, it's dying. It's like, I feel like people who are saying that are sweats, because the main reason people don't enjoy games anymore is because how competitive it's got. And I think that's contributed to the battle royale genre and also streamers. Like, the whole gaming community is so based and focused around winning the game, especially with battle royale. Like, that's your only option basically to win. Otherwise, you don't do anything. Whereas if you take, say, GTA games or even old COD, like, it wasn't just solely focused on winning. You were like, oh, let's see how many kills I can get, and then just having like fun with games and things like that. So yeah, I don't think personally gaming's dying. I just think people are just such sweats, and it always just kind of gets on my nerves when I see this whole conversation like, oh, gaming's dying, because like, then people are just going to be like, oh yeah, it is dying, rather than just like, because like people follow things now, so if people see that like other people saying, oh, gaming's dying, then they're just going to be like, oh yeah, maybe it is. Just enjoy it, just have fun on games with your friends. Like, you don't need to sweat it out all the time. Like when you play COD and you get a hot mic and everyone's just like, he's in there, on your left, it's just like, if someone kills me on COD, they're just going to hear me like just having a laugh with my mates. Like, the gaming's not dying, people's mindset has just mad shifted on gaming into like a really awful toxic mindset. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about was my personal channel. That's not, so you've got my MXZ channel, you've got my second channel, MXZED, and then you've got my personal channel, MX, no, it's not even MX, is it? What am I saying? I've confused myself. Isaac Rose, it's just my name. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I kind of just felt like I wanted to upload on there again. It kind of started with the like the mental rut video that I made, and your support on that was kind of mad. And then after that, it was my dog's birthday, so I kind of wanted to do a video on that. And then now I've kind of got like the bug back for making like real life content. Like, I don't know what I want to do with personal content, but I do think I could make some good stuff. I have just realised the time. I have a driving lesson. I will be back. This short intermission, which means nothing for you because it's going to be edited into 3 seconds. But yeah, goodbye. I'm back. Yeah, just did a 2-hour driving lesson. I drove places. I'm definitely I actually think I'm gonna start posting to my like personal channel a lot more. This year I've posted like 4 or 5 times on it, and I actually really enjoy that channel. Like, that's kind of like the other side of me, like the gaming side, but then you've also got like the filmy aesthetic kind of side. So yeah, kind of expect to see some more content on there. These bricks are so dark on the pages. Lego, if you're watching this, your bricks are too dark on the pictures. I can't see what I'm meant to be doing. I picked a very hot day to do this Lego therapy on, but that was another topic I wanted to talk about this summer, because I don't know for anybody else, but this summer just has not been it. At the risk of sounding like a TikToker, the weather's been rubbish. Just nothing's really happened, and I think it was because it was like bigged up to be this like, we're finally done with COVID. Oh my god, let's get out and do all these things, and it's just not happened. Like, I've still done a lot of good things this summer, and it's still been like enjoyable, but it's just not felt like summer. Like the vibe has just been off. I got COVID in the middle of it as well, so that kind of put a damper on things. But yeah, that's another interesting topic. I had COVID. My smell went, and that was it. Like, legitimately, that was the only side effect I had. If it wasn't COVID, I could have like gone and done a skydive or something, I don't know. But instead I had to sit in my room. Okay, these topics I wrote because I wanted to talk about them a long time ago, because I wanted to film this a long time ago, and it's just been that long. Because Loki and the Bad Batch finished. Actually, screw that. The other day I was watching the new What If show. With that show, I've kind of been like, yeah, this is okay, like, yeah, every episode's just like because it doesn't, like, it means something, but it also doesn't mean anything for, like, mainline MCU, really. I've kind of just been like, yeah, okay, whatever, cool show, but it doesn't really mean much. But that last episode with the whole Doctor Strange thing, that was incredible. That's, like, some of the best Marvel content, like, that's up there with the, like, Ragnarok, Loki, Endgame type. Like, the best of what Marvel's done. Let's talk about Bad Batch, though. I was mad disappointed with that. Before everyone's like, oh, but it's a kid's show, you need filler stuff. Yeah, you need filler stuff, but you don't need the last episode to be filler. Like, what was that ending about, bro? The second to last episode was good. All they should have done was just made, like, a long last episode and had the both of them together. What was that last episode? Nothing happened. It was just them escaping Camino, and nothing else happened, bro. It was good at times. There was that really stupid filler one with the flies in the underground thing. That was awful. But then it brought it back to then let it down again. Yeah, I wasn't really happy about the Bad Batch. However, Loki. Actually, a topic I haven't got written down which like relates to that is the Spider-Man trailer, because that came out as well. I am so excited for that, especially after Loki as well. Obviously, okay, spoilers ahead, Loki like opening up the multiverse, Kang in it at the end. No Kang, well it is Kang, so shut up, it's just a variant of Kang. But that whole like the second to last episode was just filled with action. And even though the last episode wasn't filled with action, it gave me everything I wanted, because the Kang actor, I don't know his name, I didn't know of him before this. I'm very excited now to see him like full form Kang, because like he was like sadistic and like cynical, but imagine him being like evil and cynical. He's gonna be a good villain, very good villain. I feel like I had all these topics written down and I'm getting through them mad fast. On the other times I've had like 15 minutes where I've talked about like Bad Batch and things, whereas I've not got that much to say about them. Maybe it's just my fault for the topics I've got written down. But another topic I've got written down, and I'm not sure why I've got it written down, but I guess we'll talk about it, is my podcast, the Get to Know podcast, that I did and then now I've stopped. I say stopped. it's meant to have been a pause really, but then now with everything I'm taking on with uni and the part-time job and everything, there's no way that I can do a podcast on top of that as well. I think I wrote it down because I think I like saw some of the clips of it, and I actually low-key like really missed doing it. Like it was really fun like interviewing people, and like I watched Kugo on YouTube for like 5 or 6 years, and the fact I didn't really think I've actually like thought about the fact that I had a Discord call with him and I like interviewed him. Like I was mad. Or like the voice actors that I got to talk to. I don't know. I'd love to do a podcast again, and hopefully it's like the Get to Know podcast. I'd love to do one like in real life, like with someone. Like say it's like with a friend and we like go to like sort of like if you've watched Waffling or anything like that. But then I do also love the thought of like guests, rather than just like a recurring like 2-3 people who just talk every time. Yeah, part of me misses the podcast, but also at the same time like I know why I'm not doing it. I just hope one day I can like find the time to do it again, because I think it'd be a shame to just sort of like let that go as well. If you know me, you know I love bonsai. Zach, who I used to make videos with, you know he bought me if you've watched the Christmas video, he bought me like a bonsai making kit. I never got around to doing it because you had to put them in the fridge for like 6 weeks, but I've got them under my bed, so maybe one day. I'm not done nearly at all. I've still got like 3 bags to make. I don't need this bag because I'm not gonna go for the pink flowery one. I'm gonna go for like the green leaves. The final topic that I had was goals for the end of the year. Obviously we're kind of in like the final quarter of the year. It's September now, Jesus Christ. There's only obviously like what 3-4 months left, to be honest. Like okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I went a bit too not high expectations, but like, so my initial goal for this year was 100k. I don't think we're gonna hit that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I started the year on 20k. 100k is a bit of a stretch, but I think it's because so last year I started I started this year on 30k, sorry. Last year I started on 10 and I ended on 30, so obviously I got 20k. So this year I thought maybe it'll like increase, like snowball and things. I didn't take into consideration that like lockdown was a thing last year, so obviously like views were going to be mad boosted last year, whereas this year I've only currently gained 12k. I mean, I'm still like massively grateful for obviously for all that, but yeah, I just had my expectations and things a little bit too high. But to be honest, I'm not really fussed. I feel like I've kind of found my feet on YouTube this year a lot more. I thought I had last year, and then I have even more this year. With finding like the Winkies and a proper YouTube group. No disrespect to like the guys I used to play with, obviously. And also like it's my content is just like levels above what it was last year. Like levels above. We have a leafless bonsai. Please don't go everywhere. Oh, I bet that sounds lovely. Wait. To be fair, like publicly, I said that my goal for this year was, like, I didn't have a goal. Like, I wasn't going to look at numbers. But in my head, I was like, yeah, but 100k. But to be honest, I think at the point I'm at, 50k seems like I don't know if that's a reasonable goal or not. I don't know if I'll hit 50k. But it's like, if I do, then mad. But then if I don't, I'm not going to be like bummed about it. But I think especially with like going on to this, like where I've got uni and I've got my job now, I think things are going to like kind of slow down. Basically, the reason that I feel like I didn't hit like my main goals was because I had a slow start to the year. I was with my old group and it was kind of coming to like the point that it got to where they didn't want to game anymore. I'm not like blaming them for my like small growth at the beginning of the year, but I think it had a factor to play because like the fact that I was like so low motivated for that, like I didn't have much content actually really going out. I think between January and March I only gained like 200 subscribers. I know that's a lot for like some channels or like smaller YouTubers, but say compare that to last month where I gained about 3,000-4,000 subscribers. It sounds a little bit different then. So I'm not too fussed really about the goal. I mean, it happens. You don't always hit the goals that you need or want, sorry. Don't get me wrong, it would have been nice to hit 100k, but I think it was a little bit ambitious of me in the first place. I think if we're talking goals for next year, because I feel like it's kind of ready to like start talking a little bit about next year, the goal is to diversify a little bit more in the content that I make. COD's coming towards the end of its tether, and gaming as a whole it's got a good year ahead. We've got like Battlefront. We've just got loads of games coming up. I just want to go back to focusing more on just funny moments, which they still are now, but I mean like not just COD, if that makes sense. But I'm excited. Like don't worry, I'm still gonna make some COD stuff, and like I've still got a lot of COD coming up, but I'm excited. Next year is going to be a little bit weird because I've got my final year of uni, but then once I finish that, I could possibly be in a position where I can still do YouTube as like part-time. If I got my current trajectory, I feel like that's a possibility, which is mad, the fact that I can actually do this like part-time. Yeah, the next few years are going to be a bit interesting. It sounds cocky to say. I think I'm allowed to say this because I've done this pretty much my whole life since it's possible to do so. I'm 20 now and I've done YouTube since I was 13. There is nothing that could stop me from like carrying on trying, because in my eyes then I've wasted like 7 odd years of my life. So this whole YouTube thing's never for me been a question of if it'll happen, it's always been a question of when it'll happen. I know people are probably like, oh, that's cocky, shut up, whatever. I feel like with the kind of mindset that I do have with YouTube, it is sort of like when, not if. I have confidence in my current content. I do think it's good enough. I think with just hard work, continuous like slight improvements on my edits, just slightly better with the flow and everything, I do just feel like it's only inevitable to an extent. Could also be a bit of a toxic mindset to have for myself. I feel like that's kind of like the mindset that I have with everything. Like if I do truly think if you just keep working at something, if you just keep working, like you want to lose weight, I don't know, you want to write a book, you want to get faster at running, I don't know, literally anything, if you just keep doing it, at some point you're gonna get good at it. I'm terrified of going viral, because in my eyes, if you go viral off something, you've not got longevity in your content. I feel like people are there just for the reason that you blow up. So if it's a specific game, a specific trend, you might pick up some like fans or followers or viewers or whatever it is, but they're not, the vast majority of people are not going to stick around that long if you've blown up off a trend or a viral clip. And sure, I've had a few clips that have gone like semi-popular, viral, whatever, but I don't feel like that's like the basis of my channel, and I don't want it to be. Like, I don't want to be known for a specific game or a specific joke or a specific trend or whatever. I just want to be known for like our group and our comedy, and also just like as a person, because like, and I feel like that's why I have things like, the podcast or my personal channel, because I'm not just one-dimensional in gaming. I like to do other things, and that kind of, in my eyes, like, I'm doing everything right in that sense, because I'm not just pinning myself down in one corner. I'm doing a lot more than what I feel some other people probably are doing. Not that, and like, not aimed at anyone specifically, but like, wait, what? Oh my god, no way! I'm so glad I got this filmed on camera. Just had an email. I've just been accepted to go to Comic-Con in Birmingham as a creator. I'm going to my first like event being a creator. What? I've just been invited as a creator to Comic-Con. I'm so glad I got that on film. I can't do the Lego, I'm like shaking. Why do I get to do these things? This year I've been invited to play VR for free twice by a company. Going to an event as a creator, I've made a massive friend group of YouTubers who are just like me. I've been able to get to a point where like YouTube's earning me enough where I can like start doing driving lessons and treating people around me to different things. And I'm nearly done with the Lego, and then I think I'm gonna end this here. It actually looks beautiful as well, this bonsai. Why is everything just, when life is just great? Well, if you're going to Comic-Con Birmingham, I'll see you there. Okay, and here is my my bonsai tree. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Lego Therapy. This was very jumpy round, and I had a massive list of things I wanted to talk about, but I feel like I would be better off going in a topic that I wanted to talk about, like I've done with other episodes. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like down below. I want to do a lot more Lego Therapy episodes. Maybe some shorter builds would be probably better. Like mini Lego Therapy episodes. I'm not sure. But yeah, either way, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at Comic-Con. And as I said, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya.